Oh, it's you, Stalker. Found what you were looking for? Whatever. Hornet's gone. Gray's dead and buried. There ain't a soul left to hunt in this place. I'm just gonna sell off the last of my stuff, and that's it. This forest got the best of us. It's no place for ordinary folks. Glad you stopped by. What can I do for you?
You said Gray was doing some kind of job. Is the job still good?
Yeah, but there's no one left to do it. Freedom stashed their loot in a boar cave to keep stalkers out. But then another mutant moved in and chased off both the boars and Freedom. If you can take it out, the reward is yours. But watch out, Freedom's stingy with their money. If they're willing to pay and risk their stash, that means that the critter is a serious threat.
I can do it.
I'm not gonna try to talk you out of it. I just hope it goes better for you than it did for us.
You bet.
You'd have made a fine hunter, owner. Too bad it didn't work out that way. You know, Gray would have appreciated what you did. You finished his last job. Now he can rest in peace.
So many of them. So many. Where are you?
It's very suspicious.
Monolith, help our brethren in their recovery. Your enemies are many, and every brother is invaluable.
did you know each other?
Not long. I met him on Wild Island, back when he was still human.
He was someone who had everything taken away from him. His past, his ability to fight back, even his name. We go to great lengths to cover up our mistakes.
What do you mean, Doctor?
After years of work, a group of scientists managed to tap into the noosphere, the Earth's informational field. An achievement comparable at best to the conquest of space. It was a turning point not just for science, but for the fates of the human race. However, as with all people, each of my colleagues was truly interested in only one person: himself. They began to dream of worldwide fame, of laurels crowning their bald, shiny heads. Naturally, the truth couldn't come out about secret laboratories, brutal experiments, and other such dubious undertakings. It was out of the question. And so, they all got carried away with their dream of a perfect world. You know how the saying goes, great minds think alike, though fools seldom differ. And lo and behold, what do we have decades later? The Zone, in our image, after our likeness.
You were there, right? For the Sea Consciousness Project?
I was once as deluded as they were, but my doubts soon outweighed their confidence. And so when the experiment took place, one of the pods was left empty. The eighth one, or rather, the first, Dr. Kaimanov's pod. My pod. And so you've solved yet another mystery of the Zone, Stalker. Perhaps the most unsettling one. Dr. Kaimanov. Pleased to meet you.
There was an eighth pod.
The human brain is too frail to handle a direct connection to the noosphere on its own. In order for it to work, we required 8 participants in pods filled with a specific solution. I was supposed to be in one of those pods, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Valentine reproached me for my lack of courage. But given how things turned out, I was actually too daring. In the end, what we got wasn't control over the noosphere, but rather the Zone itself. The lesser of two evils, if you ask me.
Thanks for your help. Whatever happened to life is the only thing we truly possess.
Frankly, choosing between the two of you wasn't easy. It wasn't my first time, but it only gets harder over the years. But if you don't make the choice, someone else will make it for you. And it usually ends up being worse. I'm not fond of thinking for others or giving advice, but I get the feeling Strider would approve of the choice I made, however strange it might sound.
The scientists you mentioned see consciousness. They're still alive.
No. That can't be. Strelok dealt with them back in 2012.
I spoke to the representative through the visiograph in Malachite. They still exist in some kind of form he called subtle matter.
Subtle matter? But that's impossible! That means it's still going on.
Why did you refuse to get in the pod?
Because I've always held on to my belief in humanity. My colleagues, on the other hand, advocated for fixing it through the noosphere, purging it of darkness. How could I consent to such a notion? How could I permit them to rob all of humanity, not just of its ability to act freely, but even to think independently? Everything dark and light about us is a result of our own choices. The Zone was born in a place of tragedy and horrific experiments, but I believe in a different zone. A zone open to everyone.
A zone open to everyone? That sounds kind of dangerous.
That's because it's the only way you see it. Frightened and caged, born amid evil and violence. What else could the Zone have evolved into? In a place where both humans and nature are nothing more than test subjects. If it had been born into freedom, like Tiger, it might have evolved differently, into a zone of creation, rather than destruction. And then, we might have become different too. We always had the ability to overcome the circumstances. Access to the noosphere would have made us better, even if it meant a rough start. Understanding and forgiving each other is a difficult endeavor.
So, you were the one who created the Zone?
Me? No, certainly not. The Zone created itself. I merely facilitated its emergence. Although my colleagues and I had different expectations for the outcome of our experiment. You see these blind dogs? I've been trying to tame them for years, but they were born in a lab where they've known nothing but pain and fear. But Tiger here found me on his own. He just came out of the woods one day and tried to steal a sausage. He was born free and had the freedom to make his own choices, you see. The Zone is our collective offspring, but all we've imparted to it is suffering and sorrow. It doesn't know any other way. Maybe we're the same.
What do you know about subtle matter?
It was a theory developed by Valentine Darlin, the leader of sea consciousness. Apparently, he's now become the image of the representative. Back in the day, he ridiculed my calculations regarding the existence of the noosphere, while I firmly believed that subtle matter was unscientific. In the end, I turned out to be right. But if he was also close to the truth, that changes everything. According to his theory, subtle matter can preserve a reflection of a person's mind their personality. If you're implying the representative is real, that means they actually succeeded.
Before me, S.T.A.L.K.E.R was the only one who'd spoken to the representative. That was back in 2012 before C consciousness died. S.T.A.L.K.E.R managed to reach the center of the zone and return unscathed.
Then S.T.A.L.K.E.R probably knows more about subtle matter than I do, along with the C technologies that C consciousness has mastered during their 6 years of frenetic activity. Chances are he's still researching it to this day.
That's why I'm looking for S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Word is he's back in the zone.
I haven't seen him in quite some time. Maybe that's for the best. Our perspectives on the zone have probably developed quite differently over the years. If your information is correct, I doubt he's ventured too far from the cordon. Men like him tend to develop a deep attachment to a place they regard as their own and refuse to let go.
I want to find out if subtle matter is real. Things like this shouldn't be left to blind faith.
The scientific method isn't just about the experiment. It's about being able to replicate it. And I happen to know how to test a few of my hunches. If only Valentine could see me now. Well, perhaps he can. We tried to connect to the noosphere as an experiment in the Orbita underground lab. Back then, I saw nothing like the afterlife. But now, with the zone, I think the truth is worth taking a risk. But first, you need to get the cartridge from the signature station in a different lab, X3, near the cordon. It's been 20 years, so the entrances I knew of are long destroyed, but stalkers always find a way. Talk to Sidorovich, he's in charge of the cordon, and could have heard some stories about X3. I'll send you the code to the cartridge slot. Take it and head to Orbita. Good luck.
Deal.
Evenly? Why? You don't get it, do you? You can't kill the Chimera without my help. I'm the one who knows the secret. Fine, whatever. Let's just do it before someone else kills the creature. We're getting close. Got any food with you? You'll have to throw it away.
If you say so. Give me a sec.
All set? It's real important.
My backpack's empty. I don't have any food.
Okay, we're ready now. Stick close to me and try to keep quiet. The lair's up there at the top. Hey, you hear that? It's over there.
What the hell?
What the hell? There was supposed to be a Chimera's lair here. It's up high, there are fuel barrels all around it, just like my teacher told me.
Well, what are we gonna split now? There aren't any artifacts here.
You've got some nerve ruining everything like that. You went in on your own and spooked the Chimera. Looks like you could use some training. When you get to the flea market, talk to Lex the Legend. He can help you get to my level.
Well, I know that guy. He's a fraud. Always bullshitting rookies about the zone and the secrets of S.T.A.L.K.E.R success.
You're just jealous he gets to be the legend of the zone while you're a nobody. I'll deal with that Chimera one day. I'm not the type to give up easily, unlike some people. Beat it already. I don't need a partner like you.
Just like old times. The zone's freaking out. The monolithians shoot whatever they see, and stalkers are jumping at their own shadows. But none of it affects business. It just keeps getting better and better.
About the...
What about? That you are...
I need to get to X3. Do you know where it is?
I am busting my ass, trying to find it. And you waltz in here expecting me to serve it to you on a silver platter? How the hell did you get word of it?
The doctor told me about it.
You're quite a well-connected stalker. If it's the doctor himself, those rumors must be true after all. All right, let's cut to the chase. I don't give a damn why the hell you want X3. But since we're both in the know now, how about a little swap? I'll tell you what I know, and you do me a favor. Deal?
You got any gossip about X3? I'm all ears.
Let's put it this way. If these stories pan out, it's a win for both of us. The Cordon and me. That's all you need to know for now.
What do you want me to do?
I need you to retrieve a package for me. Some thugs off to the courier who was supposed to bring it to me. My men found him dead, and the package was missing. I really don't like folks sticking their ugly noses in my business. Do you catch my drift?
Is there something of value in that package?
I'm not interested in cheap junk. Return the package and I'll make sure it's worth your while.
Who are these thugs? How many and what guns are they carrying?
Some douchebags from garbage, I guess. Looks like they figured they could wait out Monolith at my cordon. But they forgot one thing. In the zone, you can get killed anywhere, especially if you rain on your host's parade.
Okay, I'll get your delivery back. Where did your people find the courier again?
Not far from here. near the old vehicle station. Just make sure the package gets here in one piece. As for the bandits, do whatever you want. If you take them out, I might even add a tip. alive, you lucky dog.
You were looking for a package. I got it. Now tell me everything you know about X3.
You are a crafty guy, Skiff. This is the second time you've jumped into a risky deal, and yet you're still in one piece. A rare talent. Folks like you are where zone legends come from. Guess I shouldn't ask what happened to the bandits, huh?
I thought you had everything under control here.
I do. You did the job in the end, didn't you? And those couriers. If they stopped getting into trouble, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. 'Cause it just wouldn't feel like the zone anymore.
Bandits at the station have been taken care of. They won't bother you anymore.
Looks like you're not afraid to get your hands dirty. I'll remember that. It's for the best, though. I ain't gonna shed a tear for him. So, you want to hear about X3? All right, here's the scoop. Not long ago, a little birdie told me the swamps were swarming with folk, looking for artifacts. All because someone found a way into an old base, proving the rumors right. The bald forest prick kept bragging about how business was booming. I was intrigued, so I started digging into our local goss. And the most interesting rumor I heard was about the Oasis, right here at the Cordon.
The Oasis? What's that?
A stalker's dream come true. A Klondike with more artifacts than you can shake a stick at. Imagine the opportunities if this legend happens to be the real deal.
What is the link between the Oasis and X3?
I've seen some documents where it was listed under the number 3. Oasis, 3, your ex, also 3. See where I'm going? We're looking for the same thing. Or at least, for something closely connected. Because according to those documents, the only way to the Oasis is through the abandoned laboratory. But here's the catch. We have the key to the door, the decoder you took from the bandits. But where is this door? Hell knows.
Who told you about the Oasis anyway?
Somebody who's got full of shit written all over his face. He was just messing with me. And when the time came to back it up, he vanished. Poof, gone for good.
Are you suggesting I find the entrance myself? Where?
Not just suggesting. If we are the only ones who know the way to the Oasis, that information could be worth a pretty penny. As for where, ask the locals. Someone might have heard more than I. Sometimes even campfire gossip ain't all bullshit.
Joke won't tell itself. An old stalker asks, "Ever wonder why they built the Lesser Duga?" Why? The young lad leans in, intrigued. The old man chuckles. They figured the zone would make it grow up. Well, thanks for trying. Hey, why the long faces? Let me cheer you guys up. Scientists wanted to find out which of the zone's creatures roars the loudest. Turns out, the top three are Fleshers, Burrows, and Sidorovich when he has something good about the gaffer. It's hilarious. How did I manage to break the detector?
Lisa, is it done for?
Not as far as I know.
The zone seems to have run out of mutants and anomalies. You know what I get in the infirmary every day now? Gunshot wounds. All my patients say they got shot by monolithians. Which is strange. It's like they're everywhere all at once.
I'm interested in the old lab here at the Cordon. Maybe one of your patients said something about it?
They say all sorts of things, especially when the strong painkillers kick in. I've heard about the lab too. Just a few months back, Red got woozy after a shot and started babbling about embryos, test tubes, snorks. Stay away from it, he kept saying. Man, that was quite a side effect. I even had to double the dose in his IV bag the next day. Messed him up pretty bad.
Do you think the lab story was just gibberish?
I'm pretty sure. Trust me, I'm a doctor. Given the state Red was in, I had to pump him full of painkillers. Textbook side effect. Besides, I asked him about the lab after he came to. He was quite surprised to find out he told me about it earlier. Red's a terrible liar, mind you. Luscious right away. It's just his nature.
Red? Who's that?
Oh, he's a legend around here. I'm surprised you haven't heard of it. He saved S.T.A.L.K.E.R himself back in the day. Yanked him out of a death truck, barely alive, and dragged him over to Sidorovich. He can spin that tale for you himself. When he gets back, that is.
So, where's Red now?
He's got a schedule. 2 weeks out in the zone, then a couple of days here. You won't believe the stories he has to tell about his adventures. He's running late this time, though. Haven't seen him in about 3 weeks.
Good to see you. Looking for some more firepower?
Have you heard anything about the old lab at the Cordon? Gossip? Rumors?
Well, a couple of years back, I got a weird order from a rookie. Wanted an electronic lockpick. He just got into the Cordon and stumbled across an unusual door. He said the lock was based on some kind of old electronics. Wanted my help unlocking the place or whatever.
So you made a lockpick for him? Something like this one?
Nope. That's way out of my league. Mine was way simpler. More like a stun gun. Zaps the circuit boards and bam! You're in.
Do you know where that stalker is now?
Nope. He took the lockpick and that was the last I saw of him. I reckon he's lying somewhere just on the other side of that door. When things go well, my customers usually come back.
Did he mention the location of the store?
I didn't bother to ask. Why would I risk my neck? Here in the zone, all you get behind doors like that is teeth and claws. Tried and tested.
So I'm like, you...
Well, the situation is pretty much the same everywhere. Either folk are trying to shore up their defenses before a monolith arrives, or they are already a pile of corpses. So, I don't recommend going anywhere right now, unless you really have some place to be. And make sure you double your ammo before you go out. I won't be checking your ammo, of course, or giving you any of my own.
I hear there was an old lab at the Cordon. I want to know more about it.
What's so special about that place? First that dark guy, now you. I'll give you the same advice I gave him. Stay away.
Anyway, do you know where the entrance is?
From what I know, it's a pretty huge facility. Part of it might even extend beyond the cordon. But all the entrances we used to know are closed off now. Some of them got wrecked by anomalies, and others just caved in over time. It's for the best, honestly. I sleep better when there are fewer jackasses going in, and fewer freaks coming out.
So, the lab does exist. What do you know about it?
Nothing good. Everyone who thought they could strike it rich there didn't even need a burial. There was nothing left to bury.
Dark? Who's that?
A seasoned stalker, by the looks of it. But there was something rotten about him, if you ask me. He roped in some rookies with big promises, but never said a word about the actual deal.
Then he had a long chat with Sidorovich. Judging from their sour mugs, they clearly didn't see eye to eye.
In the end, I made it clear he'd overstayed his welcome. But if you're looking for this dark guy, here's the coordinates. You can figure out if he's a rat or my guts off.
My memory ain't what it once was. Oh yeah, now I remember. Like, empty, you know. Oh, I had to shoot. Where do you think you're going, Loner?
Who the hell are you anyway?
The cat in the fucking hat. It's pretty simple, Loner. We ask, and you answer. What are you doing here?
Is Dark around? I need him.
Hey, Screamer. Have you seen Dark? He's probably at his place. Come on, let him in. He's a big boy, can find his way around.
You've got company, Vulture. A loner. Okay. We'll give him a warm welcome.
and get me!
Wow, that was fun. That smell really takes me back. I had a cap gun when I was a kid. A Mauser. So who might you be, unknown gunslinger?
I'm Skiff. And you must be the guy who knows where to find the entrance at the old lab at the Cordon.
Wow. Not much for foreplay. You must be from the Oasis cult. So skilled and so stupid. Who actually trusts Sidorovich?
Any idea who paid the mercs to kill you? The thing is, you're not the first person we've both been chasing.
You're one intriguing guy. Where did your paths cross before?
Last time was in the Red Forest. I was looking for the doctor.
Whoa! Can you introduce me later? I'm wicked eager to meet his friend. But he's been ghosting me. Whenever I ask him out, he always sends someone else instead. Like these guys.
You think Sidorovich is lying?
Only when he opens his mouth. How do you think he found out about the Oasis? Stalker gossip? Maybe. That, and the documents I showed him. But as soon as our deal was worked out, I was suddenly no longer welcome in his little village. But the old fox's tricks are wearing thin. That's why the lab entrance I told him about was bullshit. Unlike the key in that package that never made it to his bunker.
Where'd you find the Oasis documents?
I snagged them from an old gig. But I was sick of it anyway. Playing gorilla with the ward bored me to tears. The documents were just lying around. There's a lot of info there about the Oasis. 3 Oasis, in fact. These are just code names, though. Stalker's made up the rest of the story.
How do you know Sidorovich never got his package?
If I ask someone and insist, that's usually how it goes. I gotta pick it up, by the way. It nearly slipped my mind, with these mercs and all.
You mean the decoder? I've got it right here.
You're a very resourceful guy, Skiff. And you're alive, unlike all of my men. Here's the deal. The lab's gonna be our joint venture. It's a real maze. But I've got a map of it, right here, in my head. In case you're thinking about shooting me and taking it. Besides, there's one lock down there you can't open without me. Not even with the decoder. I guarantee you won't get through it alone. Deal?
Why do you want to get into the lab?
Why questions are of a more personal nature. And our relationship is strictly business. That's why I'm not asking you why.
All right, I'm in.
You bet you are. Don't expect it to be a walk in the park, though. Head to these coordinates. There's something you need to pick up. It was meant for the bandits, but we need it more now. I'll be waiting for you at the lab entrance. There's a tracker in the stash. When you grab the stuff, you'll get the location. Hold on, let me think. According to the map, the radio's just behind this wall. Get it from there, and then you can go back to the door. It's connected to the same circuit as the others.
Be the biggest blast door in the whole zone, Skiff. If it's rusted too, we're shit out of luck. You okay? Is the decoder ready?
Yeah, I'm at the entrance. Let's get this done. the alarm. I've got company, Dark. And the door won't open. Fuck! Losing the signal.
I don't believe in luck. But I'll be damned if you aren't a lucky charm. This is just what I need right now. Open it. I've got your back.
I'm not looking to make friends. Skiff.
Skiff? You got some, curious friends here. Why are you here, Skiff? Doc had no choice. Unlike you. You working for. If you lie, I'll know it.
What about Dark? What did you do to him?
I didn't do anything. It was the TVs. They're neurovisual programmers. Those previously affected by them can't survive another exposure.
What do you mean, Dark had no choice?
He's a sea consciousness agent. Killing me was just a program planted in his head. Those who made it to the center of the zone got the short end of the stick. Their prize was either to join Monolith and protect sea consciousness, or become agents and the S.T.A.L.K.E.R program. That's what sea consciousness called it.
I'm with the Ward. I want to deal with the zone once and for all. Make sure my new home is safe.
So you want to keep the zone in check? Along with everything that comes with it? No Ward are just Circa's lapdogs. And I know exactly what the Institute's up to. Want me to show you my Circa advisor ID?
At least with the Ward, I know what they stand for. But you? I have no idea what you want.
I want the zone to be left alone. All that common good S.T.A.L.K.E.R and Korshunov talk about is just a smokescreen. What they really want is to control the zone. Each in his own way. No. The zone doesn't owe anyone a thing. Realizing this made me an enemy to both the Ward and Spark. Now, how exactly did you find out about X3?
So the Mercs are your friends then? You're playing dirty. You put a hit on Dark. Maybe others too.
When you're fighting against everyone, you use what you've got. They were my backup plan. Since you're here, it failed. The zone is no stranger to death.
The doctor told me about X3. It seems like the two of you have some history. He sent me here to test a theory.
Caimano. Yeah. He helped me get to the center of the zone to take down C consciousness. Now he's using other people to fix his own mistakes. How convenient. He used to be part of C consciousness. He would have gotten into one of those pods himself if he hadn't escaped at the last minute. What kind of nonsense did he feed you? Something about the old experiments of the dearly departed and the data that might still be here?
Have you ever heard of the subtle matter theory? Kaimanov wants to test it.
Immortality in the noosphere. The C consciousness scientists are dead. I killed them. All of them. And took a piece of glass from one of their pods as a keepsake. It's real. And so are the bullets. Subtle matter is an induced illusion. A Psi radiation technology C consciousness used to manipulate people.
Induced illusion? Like Faust's phantoms?
Like the Phantoms, the Wage Granter, the Visiographs, the Scorcher, or the Shining Zone. Do you want a peek? It's right here. You can grab the data the doctor wants along the way. Just be sure to shut it down on your way out. I want the zone to be left alone. All that common good S.T.A.L.K.E.R and Korshunov talk about is just a smokescreen. What they really want is to control the zone. Each in his own way. No. The zone doesn't owe anyone a thing. Realizing this made me an enemy to both the board and Spark. Now, how exactly did you find out about X3?
So the mercs are your friends then? You're playing dirty. You put it.
When you're fighting against everyone, you use what you've got.
The doctor.
Kaima. Now he's. What?
I talked to the.
They're dead. I killed them. What you.
Induced.
Like the Phantom. Or the. When I found this place, I realized the zone can be true to herself as long as someone keeps trying to use her to fucking brainwash us. Whether through TVs like these, or the S.T.A.L.K.E.R program before them. I just wish I knew who that someone is right now.
So the Shining Zone is a lie?
I saw it when I took down Sea Consciousness. It seemed better. So bright, so real. Or so I believed. I spent years wandering the zone in search of its shining counterpart. I suppose that's when S.T.A.L.K.E.R caught wind of it. But my shining zone turned out to be, well, you saw what it was. Just another illusion. Another lie. And the one he's looking for, it never existed in the first place.
So, what's your next move then?
Keep searching. Right now, I've got to find a way into the S.T.A.L.K.E.R program control center. The neuroprogrammers in X3 should be connected to it. I just need to figure out how.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Not now. I got this covered. Just focus on what you need to do. But keep in mind that the Ward and Spark are my enemies. If they end up being yours too, we'll get along just fine.
Not everyone can handle what you're proposing.
This is the only way to the truth I can offer you. I'll get in touch when I figure out if you're worth it. Not if, but when. And remember, either you're against everyone now, or I'm against you. The choice is yours. That's the price of my candle.